Good morning and welcome to Backyard and Beyond. This morning we have a guest, Jan Highfill, with us. Good morning to you, Jan.
Good morning. Thank you.
You have some concerts coming up, and I know between you and your partner, you're just favorites in the community. So this is so exciting to have these concerts coming up. Let's talk first about the dates and place and time for them.
Okay, the first one is this Sunday, the 14th, at St. Paul's Lutheran Church, and that's close to the high school and Heritage House, and it will be at 2 p.m.
Okay. And then you have another one you're going to do on the 5th of December.
If you can't come this Sunday, then December 5th at the same place, St. Paul's Lutheran, and the same time, 2 o'clock.
You know, it's not that, December 5th is not that far away.
No.
So, but think after Thanksgiving. And you know, if people had some guests or something, this would be a wonderful thing for them to do. So let's then talk about the kind of music. And I'm sort of holding off on your partner. I think most people know who that is, but we want to talk especially about her. But let's talk a little bit about the music that you're going to perform.
Okay, this is a first ever for this duo, and I've been playing gospel music by Mark Hayes for several years. He's a composer from Kansas City, and so I'm definitely hooked on it. I decided it is the real me. When I went to college and learned all the classical music, I thought that was the real me, and I dearly love it. But this is what really gets me going. So now I have got Pat hooked on it.
All right. And when you say gospel, there will be a great deal of gospel, but there's also a lot of variety that you're planning.
A variety, and it is all of the pieces, the whole collection will be done by Brant Adams, and we're playing Morning Has Broken, which is a folk song. Well, actually, that was a favorite hymn tune for many years, I think in the 60s or 70s. The Water is Wide is a folk tune, and a gospel medley, which is very jazzy. That will include Blessed Assurance and Oh How I Love Jesus. We're going to do one Christmas piece, Sing We Now of Christmas, and God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. And we will do one Thanksgiving piece, which is We Gather Together and Count Your Blessings. But you may hardly recognize it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, those, at least to me, the titles you're talking about are all pretty familiar.
Yes.
They are songs that have been around for quite a while, but different arrangement makes them new.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about your partner.
Okay.
The other half
Can't
of the team.
wait, yeah.
Yes.
Pat McCauley has been my inspiration for many years. She's encouraged me, given me difficult music that has stretched me, and she's an inspiration to me in other ways too. I say that she and her husband both have 9 lives, and they've had another difficult month, but there's nothing much that would get Pat down. And I would like to just read one refrain from a choir number that the St. Paul's Choir is actually singing this Sunday. This won't get me down. Oh no, this won't get me down. It's going to take much more than this to stop me now. I've got a Lord who lifts me up. I've got a faith, and it is enough to give me hope, to give me power. I'll learn to cope. I'll learn to thrive. I'll live with hope. I'll live with power. This won't get me down. No, this won't get me down. And that really speaks to my life, and I'm sure to many, many lives.
And Pat and Dick just sort of live that, and
They certainly do.
They mentor other folks and just set a great role model for other folks to follow. So, and music, I'm sure, in both Pat's life and your life have been really important to carry that out.
Oh, yes. I don't know what I would do without it, but
When
it was a blessing. My grandmother moved away from our town, Knoxville, when I was 7 and left me the piano. So I will forever be grateful for her, because we don't know if my parents could have procrastinated and not gotten that. So
Yes.
and she also left me with some of her talent.
Yeah, well, that's helpful, too. Yeah. Did you start lessons then, or did you sort of just start on your own?
I did. Actually, Grandma gave me lessons on her windowsill. I guess maybe the piano, or maybe I went home and practiced on the windowsill with a little keyboard, cardboard keyboard.
Oh, fun.
And then I took from a high school minister's daughter for, I think, 50 cents. And then her mother, and then on
And here.
and
Yeah.
to college, too.
And have you given lessons, Pat? I'm sorry, Jan. Do you do
For
free lessons?
29 years, I did.
Yeah, I was thinking you did.
And then I was also substitute teaching, and I was getting too tired, so I let that go. But
Well,
full-time church
look
ministry.
at all the inspiration that you've had with lots of young people as well as the people still.
Oh,
in the
I would
area.
like to mention this Sunday also, Avery Anderson, 8 years old, is going to play the pipe organ. And I can hardly find anyone that wants to play the pipe organ.
Well, he would be one.
You know him.
I don't know him well, but I interviewed him one day, and it was just delightful, Jan. So I'm not surprised that he would take this
He
on.
even researches pipe organs.
I can believe every bit of that. That's wonderful, and I'm sure that's very exciting for you.
Oh, yes.
Yes, to have somebody doing that. Well, in addition to people really enjoying the music, that's one of the reasons you're doing this, you also are going to be open to donations.
Yes.
No fee, but donations.
Right. Don't come if you don't have a donation. I mean, don't stay home if you don't have a donation.
And you'll take donations of any size, I'm sure. So you have a plan for this.
All right, the first concert we're going, and these were both Pat's idea. The first one is going to go to the Lullaby Foundation, which was started here in town by Sally Meyer. And it's all about children and families in need. We do awareness and fundraising. We have grants that we give out.
And you've done that for local groups. So much of this money stays here.
It's very local so far. Mm-hmm. Someday if we get rich and we can spread out.
Rich and famous.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think that, that's meaningful to people when they give a donation. They know that this is going to be something that's not going to be sent
Right.
off. Although, we know we need to do that too. But I think it's just a real positive thing to know that this is helping kids right here.
Yes.
Right here. And then the second one will be for...
Pat and I are both in an organization, PEO, and PEO has many scholarships. We own and operate a girls' school college, 2-year college.
And that is in Missouri?
Missouri.
Uh-huh.
And it's an outstanding school. Very, very good. We have a friendship fund, which is an emergency fund, and a pretty simple grant application that can be applied for. And we have International Peace Scholarship, where we bring women from other countries to study here, and then they go home and to share what they've learned.
So again, the PEO money is here and also international. So you're going
Right.
to cover
Right.
cover everybody there. Okay, so again, the donations you give are going to be for the purposes of helping women and children. So remember that as you go and enjoy the music if you want to give a donation. You have a couple of other events coming up. We're not going to give all the details, but just mention coming up.
Okay. Lullaby Foundation is also sponsoring, this will be our second annual Nativity Scene Festival, so we will be looking for people to loan us their nativity scenes for a day, and the details aren't worked out, but that'll be early January, around Epiphany. And then April 10th, we're going to have Handel's Messiah, and we'll be looking for singers. And that will be under the direction of Mike Gibson. So you can call me, Jan Heifel, and we will love to have you in the group.
Okay. And that should be such a positive experience. People getting together who love music, who can be a part of this Messiah. And Jan, I can't remember when the Messiah was last performed in the Atlantic area.
I believe, well, Mike Gibson did a small bit of it maybe about 5 years ago. And then back when Dennis Hendrickson was here, we did it several times. We even imported some of the orchestra from Omaha, I think. And I remember playing the harpsichord.
So it's time to do it again for sure. Okay, remind us again quickly, Jan, about the two concerts coming up.
Okay, this Sunday, the 14th, at St. Paul's Lutheran, 2 o'clock. And if you can't make that one, December 5th at St. Paul's at 2 o'clock. And I think it's going to be better than chocolate and TV combined.
Better than chocolate TV. How can you beat that? Well, thanks so much, Jan, for coming in.
Thank
Jan
you.
Highfield. And until next time, here's a thought. The truest happiness is found in making others happy.